think we live.
Are we?
Hola, 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 hola.
Is there anybody here?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up on the TV. As you can see, I'm in my craft room. That big bag. You see how it's sitting on top of the carry-on? Girl,
Are you still not unpacked?
my clothes are, but not that's my crafts. So remember I told you I had my carry-on suitcase. All the craft items were going to be in there. Then I was going to have my personal item. My big giant 28, 29-inch bag, that one side I put clothes in. The other side, I had to put my Crocs and stuff in. You know?
I hear you.
Yeah. I don't see me in here at all. Hold on. I know that there are some people tonight that are in our.
I finally emptied the craft suitcase. I finally emptied it. The last thing in it was Clem's diamond painting.
Oh, he'll pull it out again sometime by the end of this year.
He did. He was working on it today.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Get you.
Well, he's off work now. He has lots of time.
All right. I now have you up on the TV. And I'm trying to figure out how to put the comment on the TV. Uh-oh, here we go. Live chat.
Why are you on the TV?
So I can see who's chatting. I have Marquita. Hey, Mutton. Well, hello to you too. Clearly, Mutton is in the audience.
Hello, everyone.
My sister Rebecca is in the audience. And Marquita. But she said hi to Mutton.
We're supposed to do morning laughs, and we never did.
We did miss a Saturday show this past Saturday, guys. My apologies. I was out. So we had some, if you guys have been following along, it may be in your nightly news, or if you've been following along in TikTok, mostly TikTok, there were so many videos of the sandstorms. Like everybody ran outside. Oh my God, we having a sandstorm, and turned on their phones. They must have a Vegas TikTok, but I saw like the actual storms as they were occurring. And I'm like, what in the heck is going on? So there was a big giant sandstorm here in Las Vegas, and right up Tropicana going into the strip I believe we had a tornado, but obviously they're not calling it that. And the reason I believe that is because it took out telephone poles, power, the poles that the power lines are attached to, and light poles, all up the road, as if it was like a tornado that just kind of passed through. So I don't know. It was, the strip is always in chaos. I live one block from the strip, and I live one block over from Tropicana. So I stay right off of Flamingo. And obviously, all of the people in those impacted areas lost power. If you stay in an apartment complex, or you have an upstairs, like an attic or something on your home, trees were knocked down onto, the roofs and things. So there's some cleanup to be had. Fortunately, there were no lives lost. So Now you guys are all caught up with what happened last week in Vegas. A lot of people were like, what happened in Vegas? I wasn't aware. So if you watch me, that's the weather update.
So what happened with Butterfly with all that dust?
So, well, obviously I had to take Butterfly, but I take Butterfly 4 to 5 times a week anyway to get washed and detailed. That's my baby. And plus I'm always off-roading. So, I got to come back and at least get her cleaned and things. But Butterfly is under a carport. So there was no, like, unless the carport would have been struck and then that fell down, there was no, aside from like the roof where it's, the hood, sorry about that. Some of the hood got pelted with rainwater. Hola, hola, hola. Yes, my sister was aware. How you doing? Dip in Time. If you guys watch Dip in Time show, he goes live just before me, and before her is my sister crafting and crying daily. So watching Muttnut, I'm sorry, Muttnut goes live tomorrow. But watching Rhonda. Hey, Sea Dog.
Hey, hola.
Watching
What was
Rhonda.
that?
She, like, that's the most that I've seen her. And we sat right next to one another at the retreat. I'm
Rhonda
still
didn't sit though.
Huh?
Rhonda barely sat in her spot.
That's what I'm trying to get across. I want everybody to know.
There for the amount of time she sat
exactly. I want everybody to know. So we were gonna sit together, me and Rhonda. Lizzie already had. I said, I want you to sit right behind me. Space wise, because her and Clem were sharing their crafting desk. I felt like that would be the best. Now I did tell Lizzie ahead of time. It's not going to matter because Rhonda's not going to be in her seat anyway.
There's a moth in here.
But she proved me so right. Rhonda was always gone. I don't think Clem had a good time. I think he had a good time. I'm a bundle of fun. Yeah. What do you think? Did Sea Dog have a good time?
I don't know. Ask him.
Yeah, I did. Yes.
I thought so. Obviously he had some free time, but I'm gonna tell you the funniest part of the retreat.
Oh, I know already what she's gonna say.
You already know.
Yeah,
Glad to help you prove Tia career. Yes, you did. You proved me right. I told her you weren't gonna be in your seat, and you weren't. The funniest part of the retreat, you guys have probably heard this story because I couldn't help telling it after it happened. Picture day. Everybody's getting their outfit together with their bottoms because we're going to wear identical shirts to take the pictures in. Now, this year, which I thought was a brilliant idea, we're taking it one day sooner. That way, we still had like halfway through the rest of the retreat to go. I just like the timing of it. Anyway, some people weren't at the table around the time it was time to take the pictures. So I, being my lovely butterfly self, I get their shirts so I can give it to them because I know that everybody knows what time we're taking pictures, so they're going to come running. This way, they don't have to go all the way downstairs. They can just come grab their shirt, throw them on, and blend in. Lindsay and Clem did not make it. I tell you, Bud is amazing. If you guys remember Mary Major, she is always in our chat. She comes in, she watches us. She's like a huge support. She's somebody that me and Lizzie always calls on to side with one or the other. It's actually to side with right. But we're trying to win a point at that point also. So Mary, Gail, Muttnut, these are people that we will rely on when we're like, go ahead, ask them. They can tell you. Anyway, she was there with her boyfriend, Bud, and he was the photographer. He just wasn't playing around. He had his little additional scope and things, and he was like, I'm gonna get you guys in. It's very, very hot out. Let's move this way. Let's get in. Left, right, funny face. You're done. I think that was the quickest photo session I've ever attended at a retreat. And I'm quite sure Lizzie
Oh, it
wasn't
was quick,
expecting.
all right.
I know you weren't expecting it. They show up and we coming out. I still got their shirts. The dutiful butterfly princess. And these two missed the whole photo. And Lizzie grabs the shirts and says, "That's it." And I'm like, "That's it. They're done." And she said, "Already?" I'm like, it's done. And she got mad with Clem and threw his shirt and said, "They're already done." And he said, "Put the damn shirt on and blend in."
Uh,
And Lizzie got mad and stormed off. When I tell you that was the funniest part of the retreat. Then we got to get some t-shirts made that say "blend in." Put the t-shirt on and blend in. See,
well,
dog,
everybody was
you my
smiling.
hero for
I
that
could
one.
see all the
He threw,
smiles on everybody. And I'm like, we weren't smiling as much. And I'm like, put the shirt on and blend in and start. Like, I meant, like, you know, have fun and smile and laugh because you could tell it was a fun picture.
it was definitely fun.
But maybe if we didn't go to the store, we wouldn't have missed it.
Oh.
Well, listen. Or you could put bling in it. That's true. We could put bling on the shirt. I think it was missed. Literally, Bud said if he has pictures of you guys, headshots of you guys, he's just gonna Photoshop you guys in. So if you guys see some weird looking heads over other people's heads, that's Sea Dog and Lizzie. We're gonna fit them in somewhere. I just ordered a t-shirt press. I'll make them for you. So we're gonna get some Just Blend In. Shut up and just blend in. That's what the logo is. Shut up and just blend in. Woo! We're gonna have to make that a collab also. And we're gonna have to come up with a new pen color. So what you said, see, dog, you are marketable.
Okay. I usually. That was hilarious.
We're gonna get some shirts. We're gonna try and have a friendship retreat. This is a retreat where you could come and bring whatever craft, or you don't have to craft at all. And you can just come to Vegas and go to shows and eat. And we're gonna try and ball on a budget. I'm gonna try and create a program where that whole weekend, if everybody's wanting to come, they can do it for like whatever, price. Tickets here, eat there, 2-for-1 show here, 2-for-1 there, things like that. Now, I'm going to be honest, don't be expecting 3 meals a day. When you ball on a budget, you do brunch or dinner, okay? Brunch or dinner. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, one or the other. Yeah.
Well, brunch, breakfast, lunch.
Breakfast and
Dinner, lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
So,
dinner and lunch.
Sweet says you got this. Phyllis is in the house. Rhonda says, Lizzie, there's the jug. Does it have mudslide in it? Show them your jug, Lizzie.
No.
Show them your jug.
And we went to the store and we bought Canadian mudslides. Not nearly as strong as the American one.
Oh, that's what Rhonda said on her show tonight. She was talking about the difference, and she thought she has to go to America to get the good mudslide. Show them y'all see this big mug? Rhonda's was bigger than that. You had to sit Rhonda's thermos on the ground. Lizzie filled that sucker up with mudslide and didn't offer me none.
I did.
No, you didn't. You and your Canadian room partner. Rhonda did the same thing. She's sitting over the bottom, the thermos. She, she got her legs spread eagle, and she's squeezing out mudslide into this giant thermos. And the way she was squeezing it, Rhonda is amazing, is all I can say. But the way that she was squeezing it, she had to shake the top. She looked like a pro. Anyway, she didn't offer me any of her mudslide either. I'm like, what?
I
But this
shared
is
the last day.
the last day. Lucy let me have what was left in her thermos. I didn't get a separate thermos of my own. Oh, I tell you. Lizzie is bigger. Nope, yours is bigger. Yours is way bigger.
This was like carrying a baby all weekend.
Where's mine? Yeah, Lizzie, what is the size of your jug? We looked at it, was 40 ounces, right?
I don't remember. I think so.
I thought we looked at it when we first got there. Yours looks like 128 ounces. Rhonda's looked like a gallon jug. So with that said, let me turn over here. Did you unpack your crafts yet?
Yes.
Well, you're doing better than me.
Well, that's a silly question.
I want to show first. I know my sister mentioned that I have some gold Crocs. So I'm going to show you guys the gold Crocs. They have glitter on them. Trying to do it slow.
I don't understand that you're on the side of the house that has an internet connection, but yet you're still breaking out.
I know, I'm wondering that also.
I think
But
you
I
need to
think
start
it's
going
because
from your iPad.
I have to log in from my iPad.
I think you're gonna have to start going from your iPad.
I also brought these, but I didn't like the bling, so I didn't bling them up. But I do have like 4 or 5 dresses that match this color.
How do yours all have a heel on them?
I bought them with a heel. So that was purposeful because this year I decided I didn't want to be short. Y'all look like y'all all came from one planet, and I look like I was born or evolved on another planet. Like I'm 5'5.5". Lizzie looked like she 5'8", 5'9". Crashley and Rebecca are 5'9", 5'10". I'm the shortest one. Well, my sister J Rob, she's a little bit shorter than me, but we always the 2 short people in the front, and then they're always like kind of tall in the back. Phyllis in here when we were going to retreats, and we have to like line up by height. One year, Phyllis' daughter, Kaya tried to say, Tia's too tall for this line. She has to get in the back. And they actually had me stand up next to everyone. And I am as short as I say. I didn't want to own that, but I'm just making sure you guys are aware that when they have to do it by height, yeah, I might be at the back end of, like, there's always that front row, then we got a middle, and then I might maybe be on the side of the middle row because I'm 5'5.5". But I tell people I'm 5'6". But I'm not. Just like I tell people I'm 29 plus shipping and handling.
Which is not.
You pick now to chime in.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why I got the Crocs with heels. So this year, for Mother's Day, my children wanted to show me that they really do love me. And y'all see, look at this bag. Yeah, there's gibbets. And
Yeah, she decorated at the retreat.
Matching the shoes match the bag, and then the gibbets also. Yep, I was that blingy, that cute. So the unfortunate part is you can't be cute and everybody wear matching shirts. So some wardrobe didn't get displayed. In any case, I did diamond paint. I thought that I was going to do some cross stitch and cross stitch projects. I have two that I travel with because they're real quick and easy. They just go in the project bag, and all the floss, the needles, scissors, scissor fobs, and things are already there, and they're good to go. However, I was concerned about the weight of my bag and took some things out for a lesson. Now, I thought some of the things that I took out was like, things with shower gel, weighted items. Don't forget your Golden Girl shirt. Oh, the Golden Girl shirt was beautiful. Do I have that in here? It's probably in. It's probably in the whatchamacallit craft bag. Y'all see this from one of the best artists around? Let's see if I can get it to focus. That's right. Crafting and Crime Daily. I was hoping it would focus. Let's see if I pull it out. In any event, this is one her painting. She did really well. She brought some paintings to the retreat. I like how they had the vendor room set up this year as well. You go in, you get a dedicated amount of time. Instead of them being away from their retreat experience and kind of missing out because they're trying to sell, they were in the vendor room for this block of time, and everybody who wanted to shop went during that time as well. And then they got to come back to their retreat experience, and it wasn't a full day of waiting, for sales to come through and things. So kudos there. Loved it. What'd you think?
The vendor room was good. Lizzie bought some stuff.
I only went in for a
Yeah.
brief moment.
Yeah.
I should have bought more, but I didn't.
Well,
I do agree. It is the best time.
Because I have somebody in my ear going.
we have to get home across the border. That was what I said a lot.
Hello,
You still came
how are
home
you
with
doing?
money. What?
I do have a cross stitch bag, but it was the one. Well, I have several, but I had took my project out by mistake, and I took a bag of pins out also. Those pins were already packaged in. Needed one or two items. I was going to try and put some additional items in, and left those here as well. So obviously, you guys know I went to Ohio after the retreat. I got in Thursday. Obviously, I was trying to recover. But that was the next day was the 4th. It's a transition. Did you buy any Lego kits? I did. We went to the Lego store. I didn't get to go to the store that you and Crashly went to. So sounds like that was a great experience. Obviously, there was some great prices, and it spurred you guys to buy some more. At the Lego store, I bought a kit for Rochelle, and I brought the age number down for Rochelle because Rochelle's working on 18 and over, which is a lot more pieces, and they're tiny, so that she could, continue her Lego experience. I got her, I think it was 14 and over. So it definitely had a lot of pieces, but it was like a concept piece also, like a baker's shop or something like that. And then I bought Lizzie a Lego set.
Mm-hmm.
I bought Clem.
Yeah. Chicken
Bought
restaurant
Clem some
and a
Lego.
red sports car.
Red sports car. And didn't you get a building?
I haven't built it. I tried having some kids help me build it the other day.
It's hard. I went too high in the age.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's what I was telling people when I was on Rebecca's channel. Like, pay attention. It sounds crazy, but pay attention to the age bracket when you're working on Legos. Rebecca is right now. Her and Rochelle are what I call the reigning Lego queens. You know, the guys are pretty good as well, but pay attention to the age group is all I could say. I definitely 14 and over is kind of, it's a lot. They're not designed to be difficult. They're just, the pieces could be smaller. And you know, obviously they're giving more detail. It's almost like going from a round diamond painting to a square. There's going to be more detail in the square. So the image is going to look sharper, crisper, clearer than it would as a round. It looks pixelated, you know, for the same exact size. So that's the difference maybe with the age groups, that the images get more detailed. Pieces are tinier because they offer more curves and angles and things, in my opinion, but it's still difficult.
But fun
So,
too. It's a
Lizzie,
lot of fun. It's a lot of fun playing with Lego.
it is. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Have you worked on your Lego kit yet, Lizzie? So maybe next Monday night you'll pull it out, and we gonna jump on Crafting and Crime Daily. I think she go live at, I think it's 10 your time. So we're gonna see where everybody at. What are you working on Legos next week, sis? That was the whole point. When I gave everybody their gifts, because I gave out friendship gifts, you know, sister gifts, hugs. And then obviously we have a Secret Santa that we buy for also. Lizzie, who was your Secret Santa?
Emily.
Let's talk about you and your Secret Santa's relationship. Where did she sit?
Oh my goodness. So when I sat down, like behind you where you told me to sit, then I look up and who's sitting across from me? My Secret Santa. I'm like, how the heck am I going to do
Directly.
this?
It was so challenging.
And then
they
she'd
make
go
good
to
friends.
me, did you
This
see
was-
who put this here? And I'd be like, no.
Emily had me cracking up. So Emily is One Fine Diamond Painter's daughter, just in case you guys, you know, where, and Rebecca's niece, Rebecca Napier. So sit down in front of Lizzie, and Lizzie is like, how the hell am I going? She's gonna give her gifts to her. I was like, ooh. Then they start making best friends. They talking. I'm like, stop fucking getting chubby. Damn chubby. Stop it. Please says. My secret sister ain't giving me anything. She was complaining because her sister hadn't given her any gifts yet. That would have probably been my first guess. By gift number 2, we had 6 gifts to give away. It's easier to number them. But by gift number 2, I think she got to 3 before she gave away the first couple gifts. But by gift number 2, I probably would have been like, it must be one of y'all because I haven't gotten it yet.
I said, well, she still has, the person still has till dinner time or something. I said, there's still time.
Anyway, It's
because
very
she wouldn't leave
difficult.
the darn table. I'm like, why aren't they leaving? Just leave for
So
a little bit.
saying, why is she still there? I kept saying, geez, you're gonna have a difficult weekend trying to drop your gifts off. Um, uh, but they finally connected, and it was hilarious when she realized that her Secret Santa was sitting on the other side. Of course, I had to tease them both. Why were y'all making friends? I said, you've been to enough of these. You should have realized there had to be somebody directly around you. What would have been even better is if her mom had got her. But that would have probably been even better.
Yeah, that was a lot
Um,
of fun seeing the different gifts all the participants had. I thought that was a lot of fun because you could look around and you could see people opening gifts and smiling and talking about this and there was
there you go.
some funny
Love
gifts
that.
and cute gifts. Yeah, that was a really good part of it. Yeah.
So the white elephant, there's always some gag gifts that are given during white elephant. What do you think was the gag gifts this year?
What was that?
I think he took off during White
No,
Elephant.
yeah, no, that one.
Oh, he wasn't
Not
there.
for White
Okay.
Elephant,
Well,
but
what about you?
Rhonda
Do you
had a
recall
gift
this?
that was fun, making all kinds of weird sounds. I forget exactly what it was. I
Does she have
always
a
try
fart
to
machine?
ignore it. Pardon?
She have a
Was
fart
that
machine or
part?
something?
Was that someone had a fart machine going on?
A fart machine. Yeah, I thought so. Um, was it Berta?
Was that from the White
Berta and
Elephant
Tammy?
gifts?
I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember after a while, I remember hearing the fart, and I'm looking around like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I think the best, you know what, the best thing I bought that whole weekend
What?
was from Crashly.
What'd you get from Crash?
I bought that cushion for my butt.
Oh, Kerwin bought those for us as gifts a few years ago. I think the first year that we were there, because our butt was hurting by that first day, the end of the first day.
Well, I liked it, and
Yeah.
it was the best purchase I made the whole weekend.
So if you do go
Because
to a
I sit
retreat,
on it right here,
probably,
right now. My chair,
oh, you sit on it now.
yeah. And it's high enough that I
So
can
it's
tuck my
comfy.
leg underneath my chair. I like it. I like it better on my
Well, I do
chair.
recommend that
Not the
also.
chairs of the retreat. My ass still hurt. Now, want to talk about the worst chairs in the world?
That's what I was about to talk about. Yeah.
They're
Well, if
horrible.
you go to a retreat, before going to the retreat, that's definitely a tip of mine is to inquire about the kind of chairs that will be
Horrible.
in the retreat venue. The best question to ask is, are they office chairs? Most organizers will know, yes, they are, or they will say, we're checking on that, because that's something that all retreat goers, are concerned about now is the type of chair. So you can definitely ask that at that way you can make those accommodations. I do have a pillow that I keep inside my carry-on, and I take it stays in the carry-on because I take it to all of the retreats that I go to. So that's a good tip. Any others? Not all at once, Lizzie.
Any tips?
Yeah, just whatever comes to mind. While we were talking about that, I know that I showed you guys at the beginning, you guys were able to see the tiara that Started to say Crashly. Sorry about that. That Lizzie got me. I had that in the picture at the beginning. Then you guys see this crown right here. Oh my gosh, it's the green crown. You guys know how I love green. And so that was my Secret Santa. She got me a green crown. And then the other crown that I got was the bobby pin. This is more like a queen crown.
Where'd you get that one from?
This Lynette buys these for the retreat every year. You know me. I got butterflies in my hair today. But this is the crown that you guys seen J. Rob wearing. And so I let her.
I don't remember her wearing it.
I was shocked. Yeah, J. Rob was wearing it. I had the one you got me on. And I hadn't got the green one yet.
You're breaking up.
But I did scream loud. I'm breaking up.
Yeah.
I look fine on here. I don't know why.
You're not fine. Am I the only one that's hearing her breaking up?
If you hearing it, then they probably are also.
Well, you sound good right now, so go ahead.
That's because I'm not speaking.
Don't make me pee my pants. Goodness gracious. Oh, how about the time when we were leaving the craft room? It was like closing time, and we're all in the elevator.
Oh my gosh. Lizzie is something else. That was Rhonda.
Yeah.
That was Rhonda. So we're leaving out. It's me, Mary, her boyfriend Bud, Sea Dog, and
Sea-Dog
Lizzie.
wasn't there.
He wasn't there?
No.
Okay, we're getting on the elevator, and we hear, Lizzie! Lizzie! Lizzie backs into the corner of the elevator, reaches for the button to go to the next floor, and allows the door to close. Never said, she didn't even reach, try and stop the elevator.
And then I regretted it after because I left my phone there.
You left your phone, and that's what they were called. Keita Marquita said, I am breaking up.
See? Because you don't listen to me when I said you should use your iPad.
So next week, I'll probably be on an iPad.
Sometimes you just need to listen to Lizzie just once in your life. You're like Clem, just once in your life, but you guys listen to me. Because sometimes
so I got to shut up and blend in. So I just got to shut up and blend in?
Yeah, you just got to shut up and blend in.
Rebecca, we need those shirts. Mary was like, you're not going to say anything? She heard her. I said, soon as I find out who that was, I'm telling. We get in the room the next morning, and Rhonda comes over and says, I tried to get you last night. I tried to, but I guess you didn't hear.
I was
I couldn't
lost
wait.
that day without my phone. I was like, oh my gosh, I should have stopped the elevator.
I said she heard you. She heard every sound. She kept going and ignored you on purpose. I couldn't wait to tell. I felt like I was channeling Sea Dog.
No, it was like it was closing. I'm like, oh well.
I don't even think you cared that much.
Well, I would have cared if I known it was my damn phone.
That's what you get. That was instant karma.
Yeah.
Uh, Definitely had a good time. Um, we went to watch Crashly get made up. She got this makeover done. Um, Crashly turned into, she looked like she could have been my half sister. She was very ethnic. The faces that she was making and trying to itch, like there was a lot of makeup. She doesn't wear any makeup. She, she was trying to scratch her nose. Mary's boyfriend is a photographer, and he caught us at some moment. He caught me sitting Johnny Bench. I'm, I'm trying to send mind signals to my sister. I'm like, no, that's too dark. Shout out to the photographer, Mary. Make sure to tell him he did a good job. He had us laughing. Obviously, he was posting some of the more crazy photos, and it was fun. There was another lady in there. Goodness, she. You think I look 29? She was with her grown daughter, and she was taking some funny pictures also. She did tell me her name, but I do apologize. I forgot it. So if you do come in here, man, oh man. Rochelle is listening to us while driving. Hi, how are you? How do you like your Legos? Have you opened the pack up yet? And if so, will you be going to Monday night's Lego show? So obviously, we all had fun playing with Legos, and I figured we wanted to keep the fun going. Hence, everybody got Lego sets. Sea Dog just told me his building for his Lego set was kind of intricate. So I hope that I got everybody a good age bracket to start their Lego journey or continue their Lego journey. My goal for you, Rochelle, was I was trying to bring your age bracket down because you've grown in your Lego journey. Yes, love the Legos, and I'm building on Mondays. Okay. So see, we have a little community now, the Lego community, the Shiras.
Are you done?
I couldn't believe the mystery of the painting at the end when it was solved. The woman who solved that had all these like.
She was good.
She just got all the clues right and almost figured out everything like in order or something. It was incredible.
I think by the second day, I had the first day, just so you guys are aware, it was a nice theme. The murder of a diamond painting. It was a murder mystery weekend, but obviously the murder was of a diamond painting. The diamond painting that died, they put clues up every day throughout the day, trying to guide you towards the murderer. First day, everyone was convinced the murderer was yourself, yours truly. And I kept saying, nah, I definitely don't think it was me. There was one clue up there that pointed to Rebecca. So the second day, the clues did all
I
look like.
thought it was Rebecca. But
Mhm.
you know what? We didn't go intense like this girl. Like she figured out
She
the
went
clues and
into,
the message. She went and looked. She saw the
she
light.
opened,
There was
yeah,
stuff
she
written on
opened.
the back of them, and we
Exactly. There
never
were
even
things
thought of.
written on the back of some of the clues that we never ever, we just looked at what was up on the board.
Yeah.
And so by the second
We
day
did
towards,
not play it right. Let's
I
just
didn't.
put it that way.
Yeah, but it was so much fun trying to figure it out, wondering. I like that everybody had, but I was convinced. I thought it was Rebecca. And after my mind was made up, I tried to like, instead of saying maybe it's not Rebecca, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to ask her about that. We never talked about whatever this is. Instead of letting my mind go elsewhere. Don't tell nobody I got a PI license or failed. Um,
Yeah, we definitely would have made good detectives.
I won't admit to that out loud, especially after standing in line today trying to get my license renewed. Yeah. So, obviously, you know, it's just funny. But some of the stuff that we were saying,
But there
we
was
were
a lot
trying to
of
figure
depth.
out like red wine. I'm like, I don't even.
Yeah,
I'm driving now, but listening. Aw, thank you. What'd you say, C Dog?
there was a lot of depth and thought to each of the clues. Like they all, like you had to get one clue to figure out another clue.
Correct. I love that. So it was fun. I mean, it was definitely fun. The theme went the whole weekend. Um, that's why I can't be on no committee or anything, because the ingenuity that it took to come up with that, to make it fun, and to have so many different sections. There was like the parlor, the study, the kitchen, the toilet, the bathroom, the garage. There was rooms that I'd never heard of before. Like, really, that's a room.
I,
Um,
I didn't even include that into that. I thought that was hotel like
I
decor.
thought it was hotel decor too.
Like I didn't realize that was clues for the like sections you were sitting in. Like I didn't. Oh, I'm in. What section were we in? I never even
You're in
noticed.
the bedroom.
Oh, we were in the
Not
bedroom.
much action happening in that bedroom.
stop. He thought it was the hotel.
All I know is the murderer was sitting in the attic the whole time.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Right in
The
front of
murderer
us.
was sitting in the attic. She was. Um, the study, the parlor, the attic, the garage, the basement. There was a ton of different
The
rooms.
library.
The library, yep. And I'm like, good Lord, there's this many rooms in the house. And
And a
everybody sat in.
mansion, maybe.
Yeah, true, in a mansion. So, everyone sat in a different section of the mansion, and you had to guess where. Just like a regular game of Clue, you had to guess who the person was, where they were sitting, and things. The woman that solved the puzzle, she did go back over what clued her in to who it was. And like Sea Dog said, she was amazing. She had picked up on some things. She's the one who said that she saw a clue, she flipped it over, and there was more information on the back. I'm like, what? I never even thought to do that. So kudos to her. That was amazing fun.
And for
And
for
yeah, I
everyone
would like to
involved there that
participate.
was able to hide all those clues and had the idea of them, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. Yes, I had fun. I had a lot of fun. Yeah.
There we go. I like that. What about you, Lizzie? Did you enjoy your time at the retreat?
Yeah, but it's always too short.
That's the part that really is hard. When you left, oh my gosh, I was crying so hard. I started having a headache. I already had started to, obviously you guys know I'm on a lot of medication. And I had already started to feel like some anxiety. and things. But when Lizzie left, watching her walk away, oh my gosh, that was so hard. And I was crying. And the ladies at the table, they were trying to calm me down. And it's hard to cry and talk. And I remember I was snot bubbles coming out of my nose and my mouth. And I was like,
I know I had to leave because he started crying, so I had to go because
I'm sorry.
You're starting to make me cry, and I'm like, don't make me cry.
I'm sorry. I cried so hard. I had a headache. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, that's the worst part of a retreat, when you get together and you start to, have bonds form, and you can't wait till your next time hanging out and seeing them, you know, a good bunch of people that, just loving, caring, like-minded. We're all into crafting and the zen and the peace that comes from it. And so, when it's time to part and you've had such a wonderful time, so much love, so much sharing of, the same fun, it's hard. It's hard to kind of leave. So, whenever I see Kerwin and Crashly at the end of the retreats, they normally cause me to snot bubble it up. But I don't get to see Lizzie that much. And so this year, just seeing her back walk away, that was so hurtful. And
I don't think you cried when I left the year before.
well, that's hurtful there. That's right.
No, I said I don't think you cried when I left.
I think I knew that I was going to be seeing you in a few months, and then you didn't go or something, right? Yeah, that was the border opening. I still wasn't open or something.
No, the year I came for one day.
Oh, that was last year.
Yeah, you didn't cry then.
Yes, I did. In my heart, I cried. This year was harder, but I cried in my heart. I think it was because I was already, the retreat
You're
hadn't started
crying
yet.
because you wanted to come back to Canada with me.
I always want to come back to Canada with
you. What?
I laughed. I always want to come back to Canada with you. I think what happened was you were there at the start of the retreat, and I still had the retreat to go. So I'm like trying to stay pumped up. Okay, well, get back safely.
Coming back crossing the border. He's like, welcome home. I'm like, thank you. Why I'm happy to be home. That's what he said when we got there. Welcome home. I'm like, hallelujah. It's always nice to go back.
It's good to come home. I do wish she didn't cry when I left. She just waved me. That's not true. No, that's not true.
I don't know. It wasn't there.
Rebecca came in looking like a sex goddess.
Sex goddess.
She looked good. She had on this it looked like a tennis outfit, but underneath was so the tennis outfit was like white lace, and then underneath was like all white. And I'm like, girl, I could see everything under. I said, you look good.
See-through?
And she said, I just could see her. I felt like I could see her undergarment. I'm like, girl, you look good. Like, I'm always asking Rebecca to give me her legs. I got real thick thighs, and her legs looked amazing in this outfit. And I was still amazed. I'm like, well, I don't know, maybe she got somewhere to be. She got a timer, a clock on her wrist or something. She looks good to just be traveling home. But I didn't mean
to the washroom.
You going to the washroom?
Tell your story. I have to go to the washroom.
I'm telling it to you. Okay. Um, but anyway, Rebecca looked really good, and I think she bedazzled me. And she left after Lizzie. Was trying to collect my thoughts after Rebecca, because I end up having to go back to my room to get, some items and stuff. J. Rob shows up, and then we go back to the room together. She helped me carry a lot of this stuff out. And that's when I saw my last sister, Crashly and Kerwin. They usually are saying goodbye in the lobby. And they're just so much fun. It's so much fun that when it is time to go, I do miss their jubilance and their vigor and their youth. And so it usually hits me like, oh man, this is the end of the retreat. You know, People I look forward to seeing most of them I see once a year. And I don't know what I'm going to do. So the build up, the excitement and things, it drives you, gives you something to look forward to. Coming back, I think that's where the tears come from. There's this period where, you're kind of down. You miss the camaraderie, the friendships, the like-minded, zen and peace that everyone gets from crafting. And so it's nice to come together and to be able to share that. And then obviously when that ended and it's back you like a solo crafter, which is how come we all ended up reaching out through YouTube or through Facebook or TikTok, Instagram, whatever social media option you have. There's this down period after the retreats and things like that. So hopefully all of the content creators, are steadfastly, putting up some things, because when you return and you do feel alone, you're back being a solo crafter. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that connection to feed off again. And what better way to do it than to jump back into people's, content in their channels.
I feel better now.
That's my.
I feel better now.
We have somebody.
I think I still have one Canadian mudslide left.
Look at you. I think you're going to have it soon. Hey, Chaotic Crafting with B. How are you doing? Here we go. I'm always, making the screen small and making it back big.
Yep, I had fun. I had fun.
That's good. That's definitely good.
I had a party on Saturday. That was fun.
Oh, what was fun was getting a call from Clem. And Clem you guys are at home. You're having a nice time. You have some friends over. Of course, I wasn't invited, but Clem made me feel like I was a part of the crew. When he called, he did tell me that you had cried on the way home. He said that you and Tia's friendship, or you and Lizzie's friendship, is so beautiful. It made him want to cry. I said, Clem, how much have you been drinking? This is the most I ever heard him talk. He was talking.
He talks a lot when he drinks.
Talking. And then he says, you want to see your friend? And pass the phone over. And you were drunk. So drunk. How much had you had to drink? Do you even know?
Oh my goodness gracious. My friend from work, she made Jell-O shooters. She made like 40 of them, okay? I only had 6. they all polished off the rest of them, and they were strong. She was freaking comatose. I've never seen her drunk before, and she was right messed up. She
We
had to
had
go
them on
lie
our
on my
sister's
couch.
trip.
She had to go lie on my couch for a while.
Oh my gosh.
She was out of it, and I'm like, I was worried about her. I'm like, are you okay? Yeah.
Well, you guys had me cracking up. The funniest thing was when Lizzie bought you the year-long supply of Lizzie did get me a big jug, but there was nothing, literally nothing else that
Well, there was.
was.
I was like, you know how long it took me to find that hair gel? I'm like, are she
Where was
sure
it?
they sell it here and it's not just a Vegas thing?
I looked in Michigan and I said, I can't find it. So I went online. And the only place when I went online to look for it said Walmart. But we were going to Myers. We don't go to Walmart in Michigan. So Myers is everything. And Rebecca turns to Lizzie. It's a big thing of hair gel. I mean, it's huge. And she said, "You do know that she's flying. She gotta go back home." So,
There
that
was
was
no
fun.
other sizes. That was the only one size. One size does all, I guess.
It is definitely big. It's a lot of it
Is that
left
how
too.
big they are when you buy them?
They do have several different sizes. They have a tube that you can buy, same brand. It's just, smaller amount. But I'm like, I can't find this gel at all. Now I'll use, different types of hair gel and things. But in Michigan, in Ohio, I'm battling some things that I just don't battle here at home. Um, I'm battling humidity. And so, you know, you guys know that I have 18 different lengths in my hair. There's not much remaining for hair gel in the land of mullets. That's what I go from, when my hair is straight and long, straight and blown out, it's long. And then, you know, here, my hair, when it's curly, just on top of my shoulders. But if you stretch it out, you'll see, how long it is. In Ohio, Michigan, and probably Canada if I went up there, the moisture causes my hair to basically become a Q-tip. So you always see my hair shorter than it is, and it might even be more fro-like.
Feels very dry.
That's, and because my hair is trying to soak up the humidity, I guess. And I don't know what goes on, but it looks different when I'm in Ohio, and that's really the only gel that helps keep it as tame as possible. I've tried a lot of different stuff. I've tried Eco. I've tried LexisNexis. Everybody makes hair gel, but that's the brand that seems to. I don't know. It helps it though. It helps it. But that was funny, and it was a lot. How much remaining for hair gel in the land of mullets? Yeah, probably should rock a mullet. Get this shave. I love that shave look where somebody just has. And with the bangs, once I got my hair layered a couple months ago, I could probably shave this
No,
side right here.
I don't think you should shave your hair.
You sound like that's the reason I haven't, because I told Prince, and my son was like, no, no, I don't see that as a good style for you. But I was going to, one side or the other.
Listen to your son.
Maybe, maybe it
Don't
was gonna be
listen to
bald.
me.
So, we get
Listen
older,
to
we
your
start
son.
trying new and different things because we reach this point. We reach this
Midlife
point where we don't
crisis.
care. No, Rebecca was talking about similar on her show, like, being set in your ways and stuff. You just reach this point where you are accepting of who you are. You're basically set in your way. You want things the way you want things. There's no compromise. I've been here this long. There's no changing. So, and I think, what she was saying, is accurate. We get to a point where, we are who we are. Once you hit 29, boom. plus plus shipping, handling, tariffs, and fees, admin costs. The numbers just keep adding up. But I do agree with that. We get set in our ways. We are who we are, and there's no changing. For me, I've definitely done a lot of soul searching this year, and that's the point that I'm getting to. Just accepting me for me, and not leaning in too much, like with family and things like that. I leaned in way more than I probably should have. So learning how to listen and then knowing when to say no, those are probably my key point and my key takeaway. What have you learned this year? It's July. We're halfway through. Oh Lord, we halfway through 2025.
Can you believe that?
Not at all. Not at all.
What have
It's
I
still
learned? I learned that I'm getting older. My body hurts more.
think I'm on that same journey with you there. Body hurts, aches.
And Clem decided to take time off work too.
He
He's
probably
off. He's off on medical leave too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Smart. If it's there, if
What?
you have it and it's there, you know, with that comes clarity on the important things in life. So I think that was a good thing.
Poor Liz is still working for all of you guys. Taking it for the team.
Lizzie, did you see my makeup?
Yes,
Look like one color.
you did your makeup. Purple.
You see? Okay. What else?
Brown?
Uh-huh.
Bronze, maybe?
Yep.
A shimmery?
So I have purple. I do have like a gold shimmer coming down the middle. I did like a bronze, and then I tried to do like a smoky outer with um like a brown, and then an onyx. The onyx had like
Why does it
a
have to be
shimmer
so
to it.
difficult to put on eyeshadow?
No, that's what I'm thinking. But again, I went to that makeup class at the retreat, and I watched. Now she did indicate that she was not a makeup artist, that this is a passion of hers, something she enjoyed doing. She had a lot of like color palettes, definitely a bunch of different color palettes. So you could tell that she's worked on several different skin tones, skin types, and um, skin pigments, different hues and things.
No, Alyssa
But
is a makeup artist.
oh, that's true. Yeah. So when I come to Canada, we'll have to book some time with her. Does she do massages, facials, all of that?
Yeah, she'll do that too.
So on my face, I did a medium tan, I think. I did a medium tan. I did put down foundation, which I never do. Put down foundation. And then I put down like a pressed powder on top of it that was like a shade lighter than so I thought the foundation, I don't like when foundation makes me look like I got a tan, because I don't want my neckline, you guys know I wear a lot of tank dresses and my bra strap shows. I try to match them, but I don't want to look like, two different, like I put somebody else's head on top of my body. So I wanted to blend in. So that's why I did a shade lighter on the pressed powder. I don't usually wear lipstick. I don't think lipstick kind of looks good on me. It looks kind of cakey and stuff. So I usually will do a pencil outline. And I try to match it to my natural lip line. And then I kind of dust it over with whatever the blush I'm using. I kind of blend over the lip liner with that and give it a pink hue or reddish hue. And then I try to use like a lip gloss or something. My lips always look chapped. They always look, no matter how much water I drink, they still always look chapped. Like I need to peel the skin or something off. Yeah, you could take this and you could probably make your own frost lip gloss because my chapped lips look frosted all the time. And dry. They look frosted and dry at the same time. Uh, so the blend or how I blended, I did use from the color palette that Tima got me. I used the gold, I think it's called Golden Banana or something like that. And then the purple, which is jelly. And then from my Eternals palette, I used the bronze, and then I mixed the brown with an onyx glitter. So, but I always ask Lizzie about my eyeshadow because they can look washed out on me. It can look like just one color. And if she could see the different colors, then that means, it was a good job. If she's not able to pick them out, then they're washed out. So a couple more hours, they'll probably be washed out. And it could be me subconsciously rubbing my finger over it.
Something flying around in this damn room.
What about you? So you did your makeup a couple days before you went to the retreat. I know you didn't take pictures and you didn't like your outcome, but what did you do?
No, it was at the retreat.
Oh, it was before the makeup class.
It turned out horrible. I went outside where there was like a lot of light, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what did I do to myself?" I looked at myself through my camera on my phone. I had to go wash it all off.
What did you put on? So, what colors did you use? Some colors that just weren't, for your color.
It was so bad because I couldn't see in the mirror in the bathroom because I had my glasses off. It was all in my eyebrows. It was horrid. I'm like, Alyssa, what kind of colors are these? It was like a shimmery kind of, I don't even know, brown or like an orangey shimmery color. I don't even know, but it looked horrible.
So I think with your hair color, because your hair, the color was so beautiful and rich that you had when you came into the retreat. And I'm like, oh, Lizzie. So I would probably go with, and it was one of the things that we were talking about.
We were saying it's died down since I've.
It looks, no, not died down. It's no, it looks a little darker than it did when you first got to the retreat. So I know it was fresher at that point. So a couple of washes has probably toned it down a little, but it was definitely gorgeous with that hair color. I don't know if I would go with any oranges and things because I would want to contrast the hair color. So I wouldn't, try and make your hair and your face match. I would either have gone a little darker than oranges, maybe some plums or something. Just something that kind of sets your look off. I don't think I would have gone too bright though either. So, It just all depends on, I feel like the day also. Some days, like when my hair is straight, it's definitely lighter than it is when it's curly. So it's reddish brown. And when it's curly, it looks like black. That's catchy.
I think it's bedtime.
It's almost there. We got 8 minutes. I'm gonna close out with one of the funnest parts of my sister's retreat, and then I already talked to you guys about the funnest part of the actual retreat. We had to wear these t-shirts Rebecca had got us. And so Rebecca's t-shirts all were the Golden Girls. We're trying to come up with a name for our sisters group. And we had to go down through the list and pick out like which sister that we felt, each other most, resembled. And I think we got it all spot on. We each guessed us. And then, each of us said who we thought. And the funny part is, obviously, I'm Rose. Rebecca is Sophia. J. Rob is Dorothy. And Crashly is Blanche. Just to kind of give you guys like an idea of our personalities. And so, in asking a couple other people, they definitely all identified me as Rose. So I don't think there was too much of a shock there, but that was a fun part. We both got Taylor Swift sticker book. Oh my gosh, these are some amazing sticker books. So you guys know we are Swifties, and we did an 18-hour road trip, all Taylor Swift music, the whole ride. We had an amazing time. And yeah, those songs, I can remember where we were driving at when I last heard a certain song. So we definitely had a good time. That was a great.
Steal that book.
Everybody wanted to steal the book. They were like, "Oh, where you get this? What's this way?" So the book is nice. Thank you so very much. That came from J. Rob. She got those for us. So I already talked about the best part of the actual retreat. I love the shut up, put the damn shirt on and blend in. I love that. That was the picture day. For you, in closing, what was the funnest part of the retreat?
Getting to see all you guys again.
Oh, that was nice. I think you had some fun moments. You and Emily, you guys over there bonding. Crazy Rhonda boy, and her filling up this thermos of a cup. I did think it was funny how both of you were drinking mudslide, filling up these gigantic thermoses, and neither one of you offered me a sip at all.
That's how us Canadians do it.
You sound like Rhonda now. I'm sitting here like, what? That big old jug full of mudslide, and I didn't get any. That was a lot of fun. Literally telling everybody Rhonda is not going to be at her desk. You're just going to have to catch her on the fly. Telling you that at the beginning of the retreat, you're like, who sits there? It doesn't matter because she's not going to be there anyway. Rhonda is definitely a butterfly when it comes to flitting around at the retreat. I've been there, but she just stays away much longer than me. She's definitely got me beat. Which is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun when someone comes around and
I thought she was the one putting the poop everywhere.
Oh, I did get poop, but you threw the poop on my desk.
Yeah, and then I thought because Rhonda threw it on my desk, and I thought it was her playing the trick. but apparently it
She
was
is
somewhere
she is a
else.
prankster. It could have. I never like what I never like went so far as to
So
wonder who
that's why I
started
put
it.
it back on her desk and made her duck poop. But
I
apparently,
did see the duck poop. That was good. Taking a
Mhm.
figurine and having the poop come out. That was a good prank right there. No, no, she is a prankster. You know,
I thought it was her, but apparently it was coming from the other side of the room.
that's funny. Berta and Tammy, I think they
It
did the
was the
first
mischief
the mischiefs
table.
over
I
there.
call it the mischief table.
They had the prank with the fart machine on
Yeah.
Tammy's wheelchair. That was hilarious. Um, I mean, it was a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. Can't wait till the next one. I know that Lone Star Retreat, which is in Texas, is coming up. The flying turds came from the mischievous table. Okay. Um, that definitely was the back crew where Crashly, Kerwin, Jenny, Berta, Tammy, Rich. Hey, Rich.
Crashly, Curran.
Uh-huh. Um, they were sitting at the mischievous table. So they had a great time. They would be laughing, make you want to go over there and laugh with them. They had a great time going on. So shout out to them. Obviously, their retreat experience was amazing. And, you know, obviously got to see some great friends. Jen Archer, love seeing her and her daughter.
Yeah, this is
Um,
the first time I really got to know Jenna. I love her.
such a sweetheart, such a sweetheart. Miss my girl Rebecca Napier Hill. She does a lot of traveling and stuff, and she did tell me last year that she didn't think that she would be able to make this year's retreat. So shout out to her. I know that she had just got back from Amsterdam, and she's a lot of fun. She is someone that's multi-talented. She goes to the crafting classes. She definitely, supports the vendors. And then she entertains in the nighttime activities. So sometimes there's like line dancing, there's there's been karaoke, and she will, entertain in those. It's a lot of fun to hang around people that do everything, all the different things. So shout out to her. I really missed her. Obviously, Tima and J-Paw. I really missed them. I knew in advance that they weren't, attending this year's retreat, um, in the Ohio retreat or the Lone Star retreat. I knew that. It's just obviously still sad. When you create a bond, you get, especially when we do stuff like every Ohio retreat every night, 2 o'clock, where we're going, Tima, we're going to hang out in their room, or we're going to, practice line dancing, or, just do something to where we're spending all of that time together and things. So her presence was missed in Texas last September. Kind of brought me to tears when we were ready to dance the line dance. And we put on the song. I'm not gonna mention the song because it's going to make me tear up. And Tima and J Paul, you can get up in line dance too, and they weren't there. And I really was missing them. And then again, at this retreat, really was missing them. So those bonds are strong that we form. Hopefully you guys will be able to check. There is a Facebook group for retreats. Obviously, there are a lot more retreats, so they're smaller, and they're even more friendship worthy. Smaller retreats are a little bit easier to formulate bonds because it's not as many people to try and get around to. So you're making rounds multiple times, and you're fostering deeper friendship. And then get connected to a retreat in a town near you. Bring whatever craft you like. A lot of them are open to multiple crafts and stuff. They just may specialize in one, like specialize in diamond painting, specialize in crochet, or specialize in cross stitch. But you're still open and free to bring other crafts. We definitely explored other crafts over the years by taking different classes. So lots of fun. Hopefully you guys will get connected. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you for diamond painting with me, Lizzie.
I
And
was
in
diamond
closing, what do you,
painting. You were not.
yeah, I'm usually, I think Rhonda said this on her show tonight about how difficult she never realized it was to diamond paint and talk. I think, we all go through, where we start off, we're always diamond painting and things. And then there's a show or two that you'll do where you show your face. Like for me, it started with the thorns, and viewership goes up. For me, viewership went out up. Maybe I should get a 2-camera system to where you can see my face, and a project that I might be working on. Over here in the corner, I have a dedicated diamond painting desk. So as I continue to move my items into their space that they're going to be in, you'll probably going into the fall see me, maybe with a project on my desk and, quickly, because I won't have to, pick it up. I'll still have my clay area, now my diamond painting area. And
You
then you
didn't
can
say
see
anything about my tan.
oh, you do got a tan. It's you looking all good. Getting that pool time in, huh?
Today was, well, I went in, but it's cold today.
You're not gonna get this pool heater? Didn't we talk about this?
No,
Why not?
because we're not.
We talked about
Isn't
this.
it time for us to go now?
It is, but we did talk about this at the retreat. I do believe we had a discussion where because you were spending a certain amount on diamond painting necessities, you agreed to let Clem buy the pool heater so that y'all could get into warmer temperatures in the pool. What happened to that agreement?
The octopus ate it. When the sun hits it, it warms up. It's like bath water there when the temperature was really high.
Yeah, when the temperature was high. But what do you do if it's 70 or 28 degrees Celsius?
28? You go with the pool water or the temperature?
If it's if it's 28 temperature, what is that? 60, 70?
No, it's higher. I think it's 70, isn't it?
Can't remember. I think it is close to 70. 70 is kind of cool. Water is kind of cool at 70. So you would
It's
need to,
okay. You get used to it. Standing there long enough.
oh my gosh. Okay.
It's not like I'm telling you to do the polar bear plunge.
They do the polar bear plunge.
Not in the pool, but they do it in a lake
Oh,
in the winter.
get this man simply because you agreed. You need to get him a pool warmer. You agreed. There was like an offer, an acceptance, consideration.
My
Come on.
sister likes to call. You know what that she was doing on the weekend when it was super hot? She was getting ice out of my ice maker. I'm like, what are you doing? She was getting pails, like little cup, like bowls full of ice, and she was throwing it in the pool. So are you telling me if I had a heater, what she'd be doing?
You would be inviting her not to get in.
I'm like, what are you doing to my ice? Throwing it in the pool.
Well,
It's too
poor sea
warm.
dog.
No,
Poor
it
sea
isn't.
dog.
No, it isn't. It's just perfect.
I feel bad for sea dog.
I have
He,
one square left of this painting.
you only got one square?
I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to go to bed. Those are my plans for the night. Thank you for having me on your show. I know I was not very talkative tonight, but I wanted you to like enjoy your show.
I did.
Well, there
I
you
did.
go.
I think, reminiscing helps, especially when you think about, you're missing people and you're missing yawning. And
But next week, use your iPad.
keep telling me to use my iPad. I don't know how. Obviously, I got to watch back, see the connectivity.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna hang up anytime soon?
Try this.
Huh?
As this thing over here, I'm liable to. I don't know. Sometimes the buttons be okay. You waving at everybody. You waving at people.